Hi everyone and welcome to our little D&D Goblin Game. We are so excited to have you join us for the evening. My name is Jess. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. And I believe we're not talking about our characters quite yet. So thank you all for joining us. And I am going to popcorn it over to Matt to introduce himself.
Hello, my name is Matt. He, him pronouns. I'm super excited to play. I'll popcorn it over to Sid.
Hello, I'm Sid. I, as always, was not ready. Uh, happy to play this here game today, and I'll just toss it on over to Nix.
Hello, I'm Nyx. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm really excited. And I can't remember if there's anything else I was supposed to say, so I'm gonna give it to Wowzers. Woo!
Hello, I'm Lazarus. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm just going to give it back to Bran.
I think I will take it. Hello, I am Bran. I am your DM tonight. This weird little goblin game. Shall we get this started?
Yes.
Very good. Off the Sword Coast, just a little ways above the high moors, and just below the Gray Peaks, rests Southwood. It's not a place commonly traveled by most sane people. It's generally avoided at all costs if possible. And there's a particular reason. There's a certain tribe of goblin that resides in there. And they aren't the little pushover, meek, stabby, screechy things. They're renowned for their power and prowess. Specifically because of their relationship with the wargs, giant dire wolf-like creatures. That they have a sort of symbiotic relationship with these creatures. That's why the tribe is generally referred to as the Warg Riders. Now, when a young goblin is coming to age, there are two rites of passage for them to be truly a part of the tribe. The first part is how they get their own names. The last words of the first target they kill becomes their name. The other rite of passage is finding their warg, finding their forever companion who will race the woods and raid the camps and be there every step of their journey. We come to this fresh, we'll say, brood of young goblins, having just acquired their names in battle. And now they're ready to complete that final step, that place that'll set them worthy in the eyes of their tribes. They are ready to go seek out their warg and become complete. The sun has been up for several hours, and you've all spent this time, if you slept at all, readying yourself for this. You cannot wait to traverse north into the fields just below the Grave Spire Mountains and find your wargs. I want you to tell me who you are and who would be seeing you off in this moment. Who is ushering you on your way to adult goblinhood? I want to start with let's start with Sweet G.
That's me. Okay, y'all. I am playing Sweet G, whose pronouns are she, her, hers. She's a small little thing, but she has a lot of pep in her step. She's wearing kind of brown leathers with lots and lots of purple adornments. She's got purple tinted hair, flower crown, and just a fierce look in her eye. And she is a cleric of the trickery domain. And she is being seen off by her mentor, O Peanuts.
Very good. Q?
Q is A little bit short for a goblin. He's got a little blonde mohawk, mostly wearing leather. He's got a few instruments that he's got a big drum that's about the size of himself that he lugs around. And he also, like, you would hear as he's got like a little rope tied around his waist, and he's pulling a war gong too. Of course, he is a bard, and Q is being seen off by his I'd say his like musician mentor, Wrong Pipe, who's like, yes, go on ahead, find your work.
Very nice.
I'm sorry, wrong what?
Wrong Pipe.
Oh, I need to know the story behind that one. We'll get there. Blam.
I think that so Blam is average height, average build, dirty brown leathers, kind of crazy big curly hair with twigs stuck everywhere. Gender means nothing to Blam. Blam is all and everything and one and none. But I've climbed down from a tree and am possibly being talked to by my parents, along with my sibling, and my parents named and Shit.
Love it. Let's take a look at that sibling, Blip.
All right, so first things first, Blip falls out of the tree that Blam is climbing down. But when he stands up, just a hair over average, over the limit. He's a very tall goblin. God dang, very tall goblin. Just rippling muscles. I'm wearing a crop top, a vest. So it's chest is showing open, abdominals are showing, and and like just regular pants, no shoes, missing one toe.
Only because I can use the phrase. Your father's shit is looking over you both, his arms crossed, a strong sense of pride on his face. You see that big curled smile, and you can see the yellowish proud teeth as he's looking over his two creations.
Father!
He speaks nothing, but he still stands.
Yeah, Dad doesn't speak. He just gestures and grunts.
Or he was absorbed in the moment.
I've never heard him. Blip has never heard him speak. So
Maybe because you're not listening.
I turned to Blam. That's the most I've ever heard him say.
He didn't say anything.
Just fight a tear back. Also facing the wrong way.
Mind Goblin, tell us how it's done. Where are you?
I am in an alleyway with my two buds. What did you just eat? A banana and trash can. And my name is Mind Goblin. And we're just having a nice card game. I'm an average goblin. I'm wearing a lot of leathers because I'm a rogue and I'm trying to look as intimidating as possible. And I think that's what you're supposed to do. We'll see if it works. I've never really got to try it.
One of the other goblins will say trash can.
You gotta say it sad. It's trash can.
Trash can. Looks up from their handful of cards, whether you're playing the game correctly or not. Or are you just assuming how a game is played?
Wasn't she supposed to do something this morning?
Oh shit. Okay, bye. And then I just leave.
watches you walk away and just sort of drapes that clawed hand over your cards and just drags them up to their chest. It's like adding more cards to the hand.
I'll remember what I
Notice the other
had when I
one.
come back. Don't steal my cards. I'll be back at some point. Those cards better be waiting for me there. I'm gonna bop you one.
You run to catch up with the group as they've assembled. As you do, you're passing through the village, observing these other goblins seem to be just in perfect harmony with their wargs, whether they're assisting them in some way or just a comforting presence nearby or just riding through. You just spot it, and it just burns that image of into your head of you when you'll finally be the same. An elder approaches the group, missing one eye, and there's just sort of a drape of fabric over, sort of clutching a big gnarled piece of wood. And standing proudly but a little shaky next to him, the very aged warg, the gray muzzle, probably missing some of those sharp canines by this point. Plops in front of you and holds up a hand.
This is the day. You will be judged worthy or not to be among the tribe. I believe in you. You'll grow strong and big and ride the great warg.
And kind of juts his hand, almost like a blessing.
I'm gonna put like two fingers up and say, but now if we don't connect with one, we're not actually gonna get banished, right? Like, this is just an old tale that you tell kids so they take it seriously, right?
Shakily looks over you and waves you to come a little closer.
I cautiously come forward.
You get a quick rap on the top of your head with that gnarled stick.
What the fuck?
It means you will be banished if you fail.
Uh-oh.
You will never be true warg rider or true goblin.
Okay,
It
well,
has
thanks for
happened
that.
before.
And what happened to them?
He does a glance around.
Do you see them?
Well, I don't know who you're talking about, so no.
Exactly.
Banished. I'm listening.
And you can... The one good eye seems to be still squinting at you for a while.
I'm gonna squint
Kinda.
back.
Shuffles back.
You've been prepared for this. You know where to go. Find the pups. Find the one that will belong with you.
He sort of slowly clambers on that aged warg. Kind of saddles himself up.
I
Looks over the
slowly
lot
lean
one last
over.
time.
Most of you will do us proud.
Rides off.
I lean over to Blam. I'm like, just look around. Where are we supposed to be going again? Just whisper.
Nix, you're muted.
You're muted.
Well, I was just saying, are we off? We going?
That was a great impression of your dad, Blam.
Still stoic and silent. Still the arms crossed. Like he may not have moved or breathed at all during this time.
He's still just looking at
Still
the base
just
of the tree.
looking- yes. That's how caught up.
Mama,
he
grab
is.
him. I'm ready.
All right, let's go. and I start walking in a direction.
Yeah, we definitely start walking in 2 different directions, and then
Who would have paid attention to their teacher?
our teacher didn't tell us anything.
I said I was listening.
Oh.
Didn't say anything. I'm
So,
not sure what's happening.
Mind Goblin, you're aware that the trail is to travel north across the river towards the Great Peaks. Just in the shadow of these mountains is where the wargs go, and they do their warg thing, and they have their pups.
Is that the way they're going? Or should I like grab them?
I'm going to say one of them is correct.
Who's correct? Who is correct?
All right, so Blam and Mind Goblin.
So I was gonna say, if I saw Blam going in a different direction, she's usually right. I'll follow.
Blip, get over here.
Oh, sorry. All
gonna
right,
look
run
at-
that way.
I'm gonna look at Q and say, Nick, do you know where you're going?
I usually just follow Mind Goblin because I think she's got her head on straight.
That makes sense, yeah. I don't know. I think my mentor between me and you probably gave me the wrong directions and just decided I would probably figure it out on my own, but if I can follow somebody else, I think that'd be a lot better.
Yeah, we could do like a conga line. I've got a drum.
Conga lion?
I put my hands on your shoulders and do the thing.
Yeah. I'll just start beating on my drum as we go.
Blam does an incredibly jerky, uncomfortable rendition of the thing.
I was gonna say, could we have a brief example? Beautiful.
Yes.
I'm sorry, y'all. I did not prepare conga music today. I didn't realize that was going to be happening.
I'm pretty sure I said to make a note. But,
I'm here. Why do you think there's not going to be a conga line?
I
Literally,
know.
how many conga lines have I started in games we've been in together, Jess? At least 2, and that's a lot.
That's a lot
Or
of
conga lines.
is everyone dancing their way north?
Yes, and I'm
Yes.
also roaring because he said conga lion.
When
I'm gonna
Mind
say you
Goblin
are-
roars, I stop dancing and pull out my warhammer and say, "What was that?"
I'm gonna say you are so thrilled with the day and so inspired by this music. You all have one inspiration.
Oh,
Fuck yeah. Set a
Inspiration.
D6, an 8.
That'd be it. At this level, I think it's D6. Help me out, Bard. It's been a long time since I've been on that side of the table.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That sounds good. Why not a D12? All right. Are you going to take through the trees through the forest? Or are you going to head towards the open fields? You know it's still a ways away to your actual destination.
The denser the trees, the better the mud.
These things should be afraid of us.
The denser the trees, the better the mud. Yep,
I think I might get that
that's our
tattoo.
family motto. There it is. Remember when Dad just told us that?
He scratched it in the dirt,
Mhm.
but none of us can read.
I want to point out real quick, back in the village, Oz currently dragging shit back into the house.
But he's very proud of us.
Oh, that's rigid proud.
He snorts, that bull snort where the steam just comes out.
Mhm. That's the one. So you decided to stick within the forest?
If that's what everybody else feels comfortable doing, we can do that. I'm clearly the leader because
You're
everybody's
clearly the
following
leader
me.
If everyone follows you.
So if everybody else wants to, I guess we can. As the leader, I'm deciding to do what everybody else wants to do.
Hey, that's the sign of a good leader, though.
Strong leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
So we all agree that I'm the leader, right? Just making sure.
Sure.
No one answers.
I'm gonna pull out a dagger and point it at Blip and say, I do need a middle name.
Oh,
I do want to say that,
metal.
tribally speaking, that is kind of a challenge to you, Mind Goblin.
Yeah.
Keep sounding German when I say it. Mind Goblin.
I
Okay.
mean,
You should get one. Yeah, I just look over the blam. I don't know what's happening.
She wants to kill you.
Oh. Oh. Cool.
I'm glad you understand and we're seeing this eye to eye. I will be the leader.
She also wants to take your eye.
Which one? The left one's my favorite, so she can't have the left one. Blam, don't let her take the left eye, please.
Okay. I like quickly go to the left side of him. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm making that a note.
Now, just so we're clear, you're okay with somebody taking your right eye?
Yeah. The righties, you know, I mean, it's a right eye. It's not the left. It's the right eye.
He just really likes his left.
Yeah. And I'll start rubbing it. Yeah.
You never want to give up a winking eye.
Left eyes for winking, right eyes for blinking.
Mind
That's
Goblin.
the other family motto.
Mm-hmm. Dad always said it.
Mind Goblin, give me a nature roll. Let's see how well
Ooh.
you're following the trail you're meant to be.
Okay, let me drop everything because I
Drop
forgot to have
everything.
dice out.
Yeah.
I know they're not usually a part of this game. I do a little bit differently.
You said a nature?
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get my character sheet. Oh, well, that's a 3 on the dice, so it's probably not great.
Does,
5.
any- Does anyone want to challenge Mind Goblin on that?
Sure. With my negative.
Yeah, I'll challenge you with my -1. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's do it.
also a 5.
And this was a nature check for...
To see if you're traversing the correct way.
I mean, I'll do it just for funsies.
We're all gonna get banished.
Zero.
Oh, can I use my inspiration?
If you'd like to.
Sure.
I rolled
just
a
wanna make
nat
note.
20.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to make a note on. I rolled a -1 -1, so I'm going the wrong way again.
Flip is now lost. You now have no idea.
Liam! Liam!
Like, not only is he unsure of the way, let me phrase that. He's incredibly positive that it is the other way. And it's just started instinctively being drawn.
I'm
wander
gonna
away.
start leaving a trail of small animal bones for him.
Sweet G,
Ooh, piece of candy.
you
Ooh, piece of candy.
you kind of clutch Mind Goblin and shift them to the right direction.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of...
Just
I'm gonna whisper into her ear. Now, every good leader needs a second in command, and I think that this way is the way that we should go.
True.
No tricks
But-
this time, I promise.
That makes you very suspicious to to me.
No, because my motto is don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
And for now.
All right, that's the spot, and I'm gonna give you like a nice little tap on the back.
So, with all certainty, you are going the correct direction. Did someone eventually grab Blip? I was.
Yeah. Well, I was
Okay.
leaving a trail of bones.
When I catch back up to the group, I have a necklace made of all the bones.
All right, very good. Time passes and you continue to traverse through the woods. It's at that point that just in the distance, you can hear running water. Hear the flow of water. It's a little ways away, but it's prevalent. It sounds like a bigger river than you were intending on crossing.
Y'all know how to swim, right?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we know how to. I know how to swim. Probably.
Is it the same as swimming in blood?
I think so.
I don't know how you two made it this far. I'm gonna be totally honest.
15% concentrated power of will.
Okay, in the other 85%?
Luck.
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 Bones.
Bones and luck. I've now made a crown, a bone crown, and continuing fashioning another one. Just need to collect more bones, and to make another one for Blam.
Well, y'all hear that water, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Because I think we gotta cross that, and so you're gonna put your swimming in blood to the test, but it's gonna be in water.
You come to the end of the tree line. And sure enough, there's a rather large river in front of you.
All right, everyone. It's my decision that we're crossing this.
All right.
Can everyone swim? I'm just kidding.
How's the
We
current
just went
looking?
through that.
It's looking fairly rough. It looks like
I want to
unless
like.
you're a very strong swimmer, it looks like you're going to go down the river a ways.
I
we
wanna,
hold
stick a
hands?
hand in.
I'm sorry, say again, mine.
Oh, I want to stick a hand in and see if it's cold.
Oh yeah.
Well,
That is coming down from the mountains. That is not like a dangerous, like a frigid, but it's cool.
I have this sudden mental image of Blip and Blam going suspiciously quiet, and there's taking out a piece of leather and tying it in a knot, and the other one ties this in a knot, and then do, and then they're tied together.
All right.
Blam is tied to my back. Since I'm the bigger goblin, yeah, she's definitely tied to my back, ready to just get her in.
I really hope this will be a fighting technique later.
Yeah.
Maybe,
You just fling the zealot barbarian.
Yeah.
No sneak attacks.
So, all right. So we're at the river bank.
For the other three, how are you eyeballing this river?
I would like to look to see if there are any trees that we could climb up and then maybe jump across, or if there are stepping stones, maybe there's a bridge.
From your vantage, you don't see a bridge. I will say you can see a couple of sharp-looking rocks kind of pushed out of the water, out of the ripple. As far as trees, there's some in the area, but nothing that's overhang of the water.
Now, my recommendation, Mind Goblin, would be to maybe try to jump from rock to rock. And then if we happen to get swept away in this river, I mean, they didn't give us a time limit. They just said go find those warg puppies and bend them to your will and bring them back. So if we get lost in the woods for a couple days, that'll be fine. We're goblins. We can do this.
Or we could try and find a path of stepping stones. And if we get swept away in the water, it's not that big of a deal because they didn't give us a time limit.
That is such a good
Yeah.
suggestion. Oh my god.
Thank you.
Did you think of that all on your own?
I did.
Oh my god.
It
Excellent.
just came to me like a voice in my head.
Oh, did it sound like this?
No.
No, that makes sense. I mean, the sound that I hear in my head is probably different from the one that you hear in your head. But wow.
At that point, you hear cannonball. Splash.
You're just gonna dive right in.
Well, I will say that I'm wielding my great axe
Cannonball.
so that any log or anything I could kind of and like pull us forward.
I didn't dive in. You heard cannonball.
We're gonna get to.
It was not a dive.
Okay. What? What was that tease?
No, I didn't dive in. No, there was no grace about this. This was a
Okay.
large
You're
goblin.
like flat
Just
out.
This is a large goblin splashing into this water. You heard cannonball.
With a smaller goblin tied to. Okay,
Yes,
good.
you heard cannonball and a very large splash.
All right, I'm gonna get to that first. Q, how are you taking all of this?
Q is a little scared. Q isn't the strongest swimmer. I imagine he knows how to swim, but the idea of getting swept up in the water is a little terrifying for both the purpose of, drowning, and also he's thinking, but if we take too long, maybe all the good ones will be gone.
Valid.
Just
so
before
adorable.
the cannonball, if we have a moment, I will look back and be like, we have room for one more.
With a handout. I have a handout. The gimme. I got the gimme sign.
Is anyone gonna take that offer?
Oh, Q is initially looking to Sweet G and Mind Goblin, because Q is a little hesitating, but
This is
if
the
neither-
face that you see back.
Oh, okay. Q is gonna close his eyes and walk forward and take the hand.
All right.
As soon as that hand clasp, Q is pulled extremely fast,
Oh!
tossed on top on the shoulders. Blam! Tie him down.
We're making a Goblin King the way that Rat Kings are made.
Yeah, they're like three goblins in a trench coat.
Yes.
Blip, give me an athletics roll.
Can I rage?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll allow it. That
so,
cold
yeah.
water was pretty annoying.
It's not like angry. It's just pure, unbridled insanity. As an excitement. Pool day, and they jump in. It's athletics. Yep. Oh man. This
And
is-
if it looks like his rage is gonna end, I'm just gonna like prick him.
Teamwork. And that's advantage, right? If I'm raging on athletics.
I think it's proficiency bonus, right?
You get strength checks and saving throws, not
Or saving throws, yeah.
So yes, no. This says strength checks, so I don't know.
God, it's been so long. I feel ashamed that I don't remember.
Rules
Isn't
cool
it just-
it, baby.
Would you just add your strength modifier?
Yeah. I
I'll
have
do
the.
that
I mean,
anyways.
I have the proficiency in strength, but I was just. It's athletics. It doesn't. You know.
You
the
know
word-
what? This is madness as it is. Go ahead and roll. Yeah, roll with advantage.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, plus you have your inspo dice if you need it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I should probably use that.
Yeah, I think you should probably use that.
I should probably use that
Yeah.
because right now we're sitting at 13.
Let's
15.
okay.
15. Okay. Considering this is an effort on its own, without one goblin tied to you, and without another goblin tied to you, you jump in, you get a good distance in, and the moment you are submerged, you're just pushed right downstream.
Oh.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm just going.
Okay, for the other two that are currently fastened to Blip.
Especially if we're gonna get swept, I am gonna try and use my great axe to kind of anything that is sticking out of the water, like a log or like a big old rock or something. I am gonna try and heft my great axe into it because since I'm tied to him, I do got my hands free.
I'm gonna say there is a rather large rock closing in on you. You might be able to hook onto.
I would like to rage.
Momentum.
Those rages are all right.
I'm sorry. I can't stop laughing while I do this. So do you want me to roll an attack?
I think it'd be an athletics. So you're trying to kind of sort of hook yourself, correct?
I'm trying to kind of just smash my great axe and wedge it into something. But yeah, I can be a hook.
Yep. You know, if you want to roll as an attack, go for it.
That would be a dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Give me a damage on that, just
Oh
for.
god, I'm so scared.
Oh no.
That's 11 slashing damage.
11. You cleave a big piece of that rock away,
And we keep floating.
and you keep floating. But yeah, there's a nice. I'm gonna say there's now a very nice flat foot placement for any of our goblins that are
Oh,
on the
great.
land currently.
You're welcome. As I'm going.
I'm gonna look at Mind Goblin and say, now, out of my repertoire of spells, the only thing that I can help them with is sparing them from death at the end. I don't have anything that can help them right now.
I got nothing, but this is funny as heck.
This is funny as heck. Do you want to kind of just walk along the bank and
Yeah.
follow wherever they may go, but in the safety of land instead of the water?
Yeah, I think we should follow alongside on the land and just make sure that somewhere they're gonna get across.
Oh my, Mind Goblin, you have the best ideas. Ugh. Thank
Thank
God
you.
you're the leader.
You're gonna have to run to try to keep pace with them.
Okay,
It's gonna be a mad dash.
doing my best.
Yo, how you doing?
I'm, hanging on for dear life. And if I can, I'd like to. I mean, right now it seems like we're making a little bit of progress, but there's still a bit of swimming that needs to be done, right?
I will say, lucky for you, your drum is very buoyant.
Oh, great! I've got a flotation device. I will hit my drum a little bit. I'm gonna send a little bardic inspiration down to Blip, and like as a bard of creation, I'd like to imagine that as this inspiration comes down to you, you see just a little head of Kyo that just kind of rotates around your head, just saying, "You can do it. You got this."
Go team.
I follow the rotating head a little bit.
I see the blip, the underwater, the moment this little head's just
Yeah,
floating.
that's what happened. All right, so wait, I got a question. Was the
for it.
inspiration a reroll or was it a D6? Because I probably did that wrong. The first inspiration that you gave us.
That
Brian.
was just a general one, so that would have been the D6.
Oh, so I did that wrong.
Well, now is your chance to redeem yourself. Pull them out of the water, Blip.
Let's see. So what I rolled, the highest I had was a
Hey,
13.
don't live in the past. We're going forward.
All right, going forward. Let's go. Another athletics check.
That's your plan. You're just
All right.
trying to make it across.
Yep.
All right.
So that is a 21
Whoa.
plus 1, 22.
You get some purchase. I'm gonna say during the times of you bobbing underwater, you've sort of ate a bit of gravel and you're getting angrier. You got hit with a bass, and so you just really start just like almost clawing the water to propel yourself forward. You're halfway across.
You're doing great down there.
I give him a little jab to keep the rage going.
Probably unnecessary, but by all means.
Do I have to do that to you too, Blam?
If you'd like.
A hand comes up and just smacks Black.
Boom.
Doing a butterfly stroke and just comes up. And, there's fish. Get the fish. Get the fish.
So now I'm just distracted trying to grab the fish.
If you want that to be your focus for this one,
We do need
I think,
food.
yeah.
go for it.
This is insane.
God, how do I want to count that?
Survival?
Survival, or oddly enough, just for S&G's animal handling.
I could do either of those.
Go
All
with
right.
what feels right.
That's a 19 for animal handling.
Yeah. As Blip continues to shift in this move, he tilts a bit, and you are briefly underwater, and you just lunge those little hands out and just clutch just a beautiful rainbow trout. Just clutch onto it, just kind of.
The second I grab it, I'm gonna hand it up like a factory assembly line. Hold this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got you.
All right, Mind and Sweet G. Give me athletics checks on there. Let's see if you're keeping up with this madness.
I mean, probably not. 12. I have a walking speed of 30, so I guess if I'm dashing.
You haven't lost sight of him.
13.
Same.
I'm also doing the dash. And I think I'm probably gonna be like, so, were you thinking about what kind of name you were gonna, call your little pup when you get it?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking maybe like Bartholomew for mine. I think that'd be real fun.
It's pretty cute.
Yeah.
I figure it just, when you see the face, you know the name.
Oh, that's smart. Or are we supposed to have them like kill something and the last
You
thing
need some
that
water?
I'm out of shape. If one were to put it in terms of what my dump stat is, it would be strength.
You're able to. You have not lost sight of them. You have not caught up in any ways, but they're still.
Did that one just catch a fish?
Yo, you are currently trout-handed.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, is there is Blip like under the water, like face
For
underwater?
periods of time.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. In this case, I'm gonna see if I can maybe give Blip a little extra motivation. I don't know if you could count this as a help action, but what I would like to do is be like, oh no, Blip, I'm gonna lose the fish, and I'm gonna throw it to the other bank as a little motivation.
All right, all right, all right.
Momentarily, Blip stops swimming and just turns and stares at Kyo
Oh, it's over there.
and just squints.
I'm sorry, Butterfingers.
Yeah, butter your fingers. And then I start
I grab his hair and I turn him back in the direction.
I start grumbling and I sound like a Harley.
Like a ski-doo or...
And I
Go for it,
continue
Blip.
swimming. All right, let's see what we got here. That's 25.
Ooh.
The prospect of losing that fish is unacceptable to you.
So the butterfly stroke gets a bit faster. So I'm
Your-
basically
Your
just-
muscles are burning. You're on fire, but you manage to lock onto that shore. You just plant your feet and just carrying these other two goblins on your back.
It's like kind of a majestic rise out of the water. We're like dripping.
Yeah.
That's completely opposite. So that's what we think we look like. What we
Yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah.
look like is, like I said, that butterfly stroke. I wasn't counting the strokes, so I get too close to the bank. So I go overhead and land, my hands land on the dirt, and I kind of flip forward and land on my feet, and I just walk.
And you
over to the
lose
fish.
us in the process, obviously.
If you were tied down well enough, I don't think. Maybe Q. I think you're tied down well enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Q is probably lost.
I try and grab him by the foot as he goes tumbling over.
He's probably lost because he was a last minute add-on. His knots were a little different.
I like to imagine that when I flip over, I land onto my gong with a boom.
And I pick up the fish. Well, see, you were gonna get the head, but now you threw the fish, so now you get the tail.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right, we're gonna say
You
our
didn't know.
our South River goblins. You see that they have somehow pulled themselves out of this water. So you know for the time that they are safe.
I mean, I'm not doing that.
Now,
I
my
can't
goblin,
catch a fish.
do you think we need to catch a fish to get to the other side?
I don't know. I just know it worked for them. What if we do?
Okay. I mean, look, I'm here waiting on your guidance. You're the one in charge, coming up with all the good ideas.
All right. We need a big stick. Because it'll float.
Do we see any big sticks around, Brand?
I'm gonna say if you look through the tree line, you might be able to find a fallen log.
I will go and look.
Yeah, we'll say it doesn't take you too much effort.
Am I
Make it
able
a boat.
to push it over?
Well, we're gonna find out on that one.
Maybe roll it?
Yeah,
gonna
I was thinking we
Still
could
gonna
like
need that
roll it.
athletics.
Okay.
All right. I rolled a 5 with -1 for a 4.
I rolled a 6 for a 7.
Oh no.
You know, considering I assume you didn't try to take an entire tree, and it's relatively not that difficult to roll a log, you're able to get it to the water side.
Shoo. Okay, I'm going to be smart now and cast guidance on myself.
Yeah.
After I've made the roll that I needed to make. And I think maybe I'll go and like try to find some like bark for like little paddles too that we can use. I don't know.
I'm gonna say a prayer. It doesn't do anything, but we're gonna need it.
Fuck yeah.
Mine doesn't do anything fancy like yours does, but I don't got anything.
You know, when I say this spell, sometimes I can hear Oh Peanuts just saying, "You got this, sweet G. I'm guiding you through this and I'm gonna help." And that makes me feel good. Sometimes it helps and sometimes it doesn't, but here's to hoping this time it helps. Cause I really don't want to swim across this goddamn river.
That's the truth.
All right, you both are gonna push that log in there.
Yep.
Yep.
Are you attempting to sit or stand on?
I'm gonna straddle it.
I might side saddle it just so like can like row on the other side and my leg won't be in the way.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna need another athletics check
Why?
because you're fighting against nature.
We're not athletic.
Okay, it's a 16.
Okay. Okay.
I'm getting new dice.
Oh
Hold on. That was a 4.
no! Ooh.
It's okay. We use different dice.
Sweet G, you're able to actually get some distance across this lake. Or river, excuse me. You're able to hold yourself still and balance and still remain upright on here. And you've made a little progress.
Are
Good
we
thing you're in front doing most of the work. I'm just in the back, kind of like, yep. This was another golden idea.
I'm gonna say give this another try.
Yep. With O Peanuts' voice just, you know, in my mind. Fucking god damn it.
Stick to the
Sometimes
plan
I
and
hear.
roll again.
I rolled
Sometimes I
an
hear
8.
trash can, and all he says
Inspiration
is,
still.
"Yeah, better." 15.
Okay.
Ooh.
I will roll. Okay, so 8 plus 4 is 12.
12. All right. You both seem to have got in sync with your rowing. There were times where it was a bit off kilter, but you've sort of started to manage, and you're not getting straight across the river. You're still going down the river, but you are making your way across. I'm gonna say after a little effort, you are able to dock your log.
Are there any fish in it? Did we like scoop one up?
If you want to shove your head back into the waters and look for one, you're welcome to try.
No. I don't want to get my hair wet.
All right.
When we bank, what are y'all doing? Like,
Oh, we're sitting in a circle eating the fish
mm-hmm.
that we caught, and I'm just explaining to Q. So, Pa said, you know, the head of the fish is the most important and delicious part, and that's what you share with new friends. But you threw the fish, so
I get it.
yeah,
You lost
can't-
privilege.
You
I'm
lost.
sorry.
You lost.
But
you
next
lost.
time, next
Yeah,
time, it's
for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
Next time, if you don't throw the fish, then you can get the head.
Okay.
Right now, you get the tail. So,
All right.
here.
It's a deal. Thank you.
I'm gonna kind of whisper to Mind Goblin. I thought that their dad didn't talk. How's he telling them about how to fillet a fish?
It's all about the feeling. And then
Maybe it's
so I'm-
magic.
I'm taking the bones as well, and I'm making a little bracelet,
mm-hmm.
and I give it to Q.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you treasure that, and remember, very important. Don't row the fish.
Unless you're supposed to.
Unless you're supposed to. Then you can throw it. But if you're not, don't.
Okay. Don't throw the fish, except sometimes. But
Yeah.
don't.
Unless you're supposed to.
Yes. All right.
Sometimes.
Sometimes
we
maybe.
don't talk about sometimes. Sometimes got banished.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I pop up and I look around real quick looking for the elder.
Sometimes their 1 + 1 ends up equaling 3, and I just don't understand. I don't get it.
So you've all reunited, and thankfully you're not too far off the trail. It will not take too long to do a quick double back and continue towards the mountains.
I'm gonna look towards Mind Goblin.
Yes. Hi.
Well, now, see, the thing that I was thinking was maybe we double back and go towards the mountains, but I don't know if that's something that you think that we should do.
I'm gonna like look at the way we came from and be like, what if? I like that idea. It's good. But what if we go back that way that we came from a little bit and try and find like the original trail again?
I wish I would have thought of that. That's such a good idea. Holy
Thank
smokes.
Thank you. The fish inspired me. Like, don't throw the fish, you know? Don't stray from the path.
Wise.
Very wise.
Very confidently just like stomping away. Like, yep, that was a good one to end on. Now leave.
Don't turn back. Don't turn back. Just...
Don't look back. Oh, kids, don't look back. I know I just blew all their minds. I'm not gonna look back at the explosion.
Are you heading to the trail?
I think so.
All right. It's probably another hour or so of walking. No longer in the woods. The skies have opened up. You are under bright blue skies. The mountains are creeping closer and closer, but you're in we'll say a grassland, in a plains. You're generally not used to being so exposed, but it's not alarming.
Feel so exposed.
But like
I'm
not in
alarmed.
an alarming way, you know?
Yeah, it's weird.
Thank you. You continue north to the place you're positive that is the area you're looking for. There in the shadow of the mountains, still within the grasslands, you can see, almost like they're carved out of the rock, caves, just darkened in there. But you know that's the breeding areas.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, these darkened caves over here are the breeding areas. I would think maybe that we approach with caution.
Blam immediately like drops to the ground, and like because my hair is like big and curly and there's sticks and stuff in it, it works a little bit like camouflage is my goal.
Nice.
Blip stands behind the smallest tree. Piece of plant. And this wide mass is standing still.
Everyone else just standing there.
I got some beef jerky that I'm gonna use.
All right.
Because if they don't like beef jerky, I don't want it.
Is everyone just solely focused on this cave, just waiting for a pup to appear?
Oh no, I'm army crawling towards them.
Are we crawling towards the caves?
To be honest, I was waiting for Mind Goblin to take my idea and to change it ever so slightly and say it out loud.
While Blam is army crawling towards the cave, I am as inconspicuously as I can, tucking and rolling and tiptoeing and hiding behind small trees with two twigs next to my head, and I'm just running through and diving in bushes very quietly.
I'm gonna say through all of your different maneuvers, you're now all at a point where you're fairly close to the cave. Is anyone going to step in?
I'm going to crawl in.
Crawl in. You see nothing.
We have dark vision, so what can we see?
You see nothing.
Cool.
You see where there would have been a sort of a built, we're not going to say nest, but a bedded area for comfort, and it is empty.
Do I see any, like, paw prints, like, leading out of the cave, or any signs of a struggle?
I'm going to need you to roll for that.
It's an 8.
An 8. You see lots of paw prints. And then you see much larger prints that do not belong to paws, but to shoes.
I'm gonna get really close. Oh, well, unless I mean, I didn't see them. So if you tell me that they're there, then I'll move on this. But
I'm gonna pop a squat and say, now it looks like there was maybe a scuffle or something, because there were some paw prints and then some shoe prints also. And I'm gonna motion for everybody to come over.
I'm still on the ground. I would like to put my nose up close and
Go for it. Roll.
roll nose.
Investigation.
Okay, yeah.
If that's what
can
you're...
I roll survival?
What exactly are you trying to pick up from?
I'm just trying to pick up like the sense of this.
Yeah, you can do survival. I'll allow that.
That's a
Yes.
22?
22.
I'm in the bush. A bush is just
So-
holding Blam by the legs like a metal detector. Got it.
So, it's not uncommon when animals are afraid that they will urinate, they will mark. You're picking up a strong scent of urine on this cave. It's fairly fresh. I mean, as a closer examination, you can see the ground is still a bit damp. But you know that's not something that they would normally just do in the cave.
They were frightened.
Oh no.
Now, do you think that your sniffer could track them?
I'm damn well gonna try.
I'm going to say, damn right you are, and I'm going to give you a pat on the back and cast guidance on you.
I'm on all fours like a horror movie.
I'm gonna let it ride since he rolled that high. On fours, you are following the trail. You're coming around the mountain as you come. And as you're following this path, you can hear now the sound of panicked yelping.
Vultures. Oh, she got him. And I just run after Blam.
I'm like, it's like there's too many joints situation.
Oh god.
This is a horror movie.
Come on, she got him. And I just run after Blam.
Yeah, let's go.
Blam.
Mm-hmm.
As you latch on and climb over this crag, you can see in the distance an old probably trader's path. That probably doesn't look like it's been too much use. But what you do see is a large wagon, horse-drawn carriage, and you see two figures. One of them is absolutely massive. You've never seen anything this tall. You see two gigantic horns coming from the side of its head. The other one seems to be, from what you can tell, a standard human size. But you see the two of them loading these wriggling sacks into the carriage. And the giant one climbs inside. You see the weight shift on these things. The horse is sort of, almost jostled and concerned by the sudden weight on him. And the human-sized one hops up to the front of the carriage. And with a whip of the reins, the horses go down the path.
The giant climbed into the front
Inside.
or into the back. Dang, okay.
Yeah.
Am I close enough to scuttle on it? Like if I could get under it and just, but I don't know if I'm close enough. So if I'm not, is what it is.
It would be pretty difficult, but you can try.
Oh.
I think I'd like to try.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want me to roll dex?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a dex.
Do you want acrobatics or straight dex?
Give
Give
me acrobatics. You're attempting to leap down and roll, and
Okay.
Plus the D4 from guidance.
yeah, you still have a
Thank
guidance.
you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, thank God for that. Okay, let me roll a d4. How do I do that here?
Left hand, but left.
I have
bottom
a
left.
d4. Why am I worrying?
Bottom left corner.
I have a d4.
Wow.
Okay, that's a 2, so that's 7, and then I'm also gonna roll my bardic, which is a 6.
Your original roll must have been fucking trash.
Yeah, it was. That was a 5 on the 6. So that's 5 plus 7 plus
12.
12. Thank you. That's a 12.
You leap off the crag, and it's that point you realize exactly how far they are.
Can I? It's okay. It's not. This is not how this is used. I was gonna ask if I could use Divine Fury, but that's super not how that works.
How would you insist on using it?
Well, I was just thinking those are our wards, and it's not even that they're particularly ours. It's this is the legacy of our peoples, and to see them disrespect the children of the wargs thusly is more than Blam's little brain can comprehend without just exploding into flames.
I want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Okay, so it
No.
says 1d6 plus half my barbarian level and extra damage. How can I apply that here?
That's the part I was curious about. There's nothing in your range unless you're trying to whip an axe.
Fine. Fine. I'll whip my axe at the damn wheel.
Yeah.
I was gonna do it. If you didn't do it, I was gonna do it.
I was gonna try and shoot my short bow at the driver and just kill him, but this
Oh, snap.
Let's just all attack.
So far, Blam's the only one who's.
I'm gonna throw a javelin at another wheel and try to jam it up. Try to get in those.
So far,
spokes.
Blam is the only one that's even seen
Oh.
the card.
I
Let
definitely
alone
would
the
have.
only one close enough to do anything.
Yeah, and I also definitely would have yodeled out a signal call.
Of course, but it's still gonna take
The
some
yodel.
time for the rally.
Just for fun.
You did a mad
Yeah. Oh yeah.
climb and a leap, so you're a ways away from them. Well,
Do you
here
want me
you
to
go.
roll an attack with my great
Yes.
axe? Okay.
Yes.
So unfortunately that's only a 10. Okay. Do you want me to roll damage? Does that hit the wheel?
10 would not hit the wheel.
Okay.
You know,
Ignore
a great axe isn't generally thrown for a couple reasons.
For reasons.
But
Yeah. Okay.
your,
That's
your
fine.
axe sinks into the ground. It doesn't appear that anyone even noticed
I will
your presence
like
there. You are, however, close enough to hear the voice of this massive figure that's inside.
This will make a fine hunt for the lady.
I will
And
definitely
it
like
makes its way.
dig all fours into the ground, like tilt up like a wolf and just go, oh.
Yes.
My ears perk up. The yodel. Come on. And I just run towards the sound.
It's the death yodel.
I'm lying roaring back because now that's just my sound.
Yes,
Yeah.
you've all
That
been
means-
rallied. You've all been rallied to the point. You know exactly where Blam is.
They took our wargs.
No.
The rest of the lot, you can see this carriage in the distance. I don't know if all of you have seen a carriage before.
I feel
What
like we.
contraption is this?
Oh, I feel like I've walked around a little bit and seen some things. I don't know if anyone would have buddied up with me for that though.
I 100% think that it's some sort of wooden metal warg.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I just thought this is bad. Our babies are in it.
Kill the wooden beast.
Now, y'all, real quick, that's not a beast. It's you know how we took that log and we sat on it and it took us from one side of the river to the other? That contraption there, I don't know what it's called. Maybe it's just wood box. That's a good name for it. Wood box. You sit inside of it and it takes you from one place to the next.
What if you don't want to go?
Well, you don't sit in it then. You use your
Oh.
two own trusty legs. Or four
Oh,
in your
that's-
case.
You know, one. Speaking of, one day we gotta talk about how you can do that. I'm you know, it's not. I'm not worried about it. I'm interested. Wargs! I turn and start running towards where the carriage is going.
Wargs.
Wargs!
Everyone just gonna pick up and race after.
Yeah, I pick up Blam and start running.
Yeah, I'm just yodeling on his shoulders.
War cry!
It's like there's just like an unearthly, never-ending scream.
You are making your presence known as you travel. Because of the weight and the size of the carriage, you are able to follow the tracks from those wheels. It seems to be staying on this path, so it doesn't seem like you have too much issue in pursuit. And I think we're going to take a quick break here.
Ooh, alright friends, you heard the DM. We're gonna be back in like 5 minutes. Think of fun words that you could call carriages instead of a carriage. Okay, bye! Hi everyone, and welcome back. We are so excited to have y'all back with us. We are playing a little game of D&D. It's an Oops All Goblins game, essentially. No, essentially, it is an Oops All Goblins. And I just want to shout out Danielle's too much horse wooden boulder horse holding people. I said to give me better names for carriages, and you did that, and I appreciate it. And without further ado, we're gonna do a little recap. Who wants to start it?
I have been leading us flawlessly to our wargs through the woods and over the river to grandmother's house. And I have not done a single thing wrong.
Well, it can an argument can be made that no one did anything wrong. We swam a little bit, ran through a cave, then ran through the woods, found a wooden warg carrying away other wargs, and chased it, yodeling.
Yeah, I
Greatest
threw a
re-
fish.
Yeah, you don't throw the fish. You
I
Yeah.
caught a fish.
yeah.
I love how this is chronicled.
Okay. Also,
When the story is told to your tribe.
Also, today is the day that we like become adults or whatever. We go out and we find these little warg puppies. And apparently, if we don't get one to bond with us, we get banished from our tribe, which I think is really fucked up. Nobody's ever told me that anyone's gotten banished before. But the old man was like, well, that's because they were banished. And everyone just seems like that was an okay answer. And I don't think so. I really don't. Anyway, I'm second in charge, having, I have decent ideas, but I think Mind Goblin just has the best ideas.
And with that, several hours have passed as you continue to chase after the carriage. The sun is starting to set. Blam, I'm sure you've completely blown out your throat
Yeah.
doing your war yodel
Yeah.
this entire time.
Does no one stop to see what this thing is that's following them and screaming?
They were a pretty fair distance before you got your shoes on.
My yodel's pretty loud.
Yeah, she has the record for loudest yodel in the family.
I will say there's also the yelping and frantic howls of a bunch of pups in this
Good
cart.
point.
So I'm sure it's
Yeah.
a pretty loud
Cacophony.
cacophony. Very nice.
Words Blam does not know.
As you continue on the path, eventually, as you cross over a hill, you see a large man-made human structure. It's a beautifully furnished mansion that seems to be away from the city, away from anything else, just standing tall and proud in a small clearing grove. I guess real quick, has anyone been into a city thus far? I'm assuming Mind Goblin has. No?
I'd say Q has from time to time donned a little disguise and snuck in to catch like musical acts and theatrical productions just so
Nice,
he can
nice.
work on his craft.
I dig it.
I'm sorry, and Q has not told this to Sweet G.
I'm sorry, Sweet G.
I just don't even know who you are anymore, Q. I thought we were friends. You
We
know that
are.
sort of stuff excites me.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if you'd be into it, and if I introduced you to something you didn't like, I feel like you'd think less of me.
Okay, first of all, I could never think less of you. Up until this moment, I thought you were a perfect little bean. But now, knowing this, I don't even know what to think anymore. I can't believe it.
But hang on. Q is gonna reach into his pocket and pull out half of the fishtail that he had been saving, and say, "I was saving this for you."
Bless your heart. All right, Q. All right, everything's fine. When we get our little warg puppies, we're gonna ride up into the city and we're gonna go for a show.
Yeah.
Bless you.
So, surrounding this great building with its dark blood red stone There is an iron rod fence completely around the this plot of land. You can see to the left of the building, the carriage seems to be stowed away, along with several other ones, maybe not as big, but definitely in similar fashions. Some different colors, maybe different ornate designs on them, but they're all the same basic thing that you witnessed. You do not see the horses, and you do not see anyone next to it.
How do we kill it?
Well, just like any type of wood, we could burn it. Really let our presence be known.
But first, let me see if I can find our friends.
Oh yeah, we don't want to burn it down if our friends are in there.
You make a point. You make a point.
Can I scuttle up and peek?
Are you sneaking?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Give me a stealth roll.
I'll go
But
to,
I'd also
to the
I'd
other
like
side.
it to be like, if perceived, I would like it to be very unsettling.
Fair.
That's a dirty 20 still.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't want it to be perceived.
16.
16. All right.
I want to look intimidating if perceived. Like, I'm
Fair.
like big, but it looks really weird because I'm small.
You can hear the presence of a lot of people inside this building. As far as the outside's concerned, you don't see a whole lot of movement. You're not really able to spot any guards at the doors. Near the carriages is a little alcove where the horses are all stabled, and you do see a human-sized figure that seems to be pacing around the horses every once in a while, just kind of brushing at the hair of one or setting down some food.
Can we grab them?
You're welcome to try.
Do we need to grab that guy? I'm gonna just go grab him. I'll just try to sneak up and go grab him.
All right. Give me a stealth.
And I want to look confused if perceived. Stealth. That is a hot, dirty 11.
I'm gonna say you get about halfway to them, and there's a snap as you've hit a twig underfoot. And as you lock in and look confused, you don't think that he's exactly spotted you yet. He's doing a look around, but he's looking, eye level, respectively. But this person now seems to be on guard. They're curious that something's around.
He said I got about halfway. So I have this hunting trap that I'd like to try to set up. Like within his walking, somewhere where they'd walk and get caught in it.
Okay. Seeing as how this person was tending to the horses, you would probably have to lure them towards your trap, unless you're going to attempt to sneak over to their area and set the trap down.
How far away am I? You said halfway, but how far is that?
We'll say about what was it, 6 yards.
All right. So, yeah. Okay. So math. So
18, 20
18,
feet.
yeah, 18, 20 feet. I'll try to move up like five more feet, uh, a yard and a half, and set the trap, and then go back by by.
Again, you're gonna have to roll a stealth.
That's fine. Rolling. All right. So how do I get caught?
Oh no!
I rolled a 1. So
You
how do
rolled
I?
a 1.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Your trap activates in your hand.
Well,
What is the style of trap?
bear trap.
That goes deep into your hand. That latches. You take 6 damage on that.
Oh my gosh!
Ouchie.
Pa said, be careful, and one day this might happen. Didn't believe him at all. But
You say that, but significantly louder, more panicked, and in Goblin. Which
I said with the exact. Well, yep. I wouldn't think he'd say Blip would have much panic simply because of Blip, but it's like, yep, yep, and just yep,
all right.
yep, yeah,
You have panicked. The stable boy,
yeah.
Oh no!
young, fresh-faced, elvish lad.
Yeah, so I just charge him.
Go for it.
Yeah, and then I just charge him and hit him with the bear trap.
All right, roll for it.
What's that? Unarmed? What is bear trap? Plus what for bear trap?
Improvised weapon.
I'm still guessing unarmed.
Improvised, so it'd be a D6 for damage, but yeah, just do your weapon attack.
Weapon attack?
Yeah.
All of them the same in here. That is 15. Let's stop rolling this dice. That's a 15.
Yeah, you're holding the one bear trapped arm up and kind of just do a swing down motion and sort of crack him against the side of his head. He staggers and falls to the dirt.
And just dead, or he's just on the ground?
He's on the ground.
Oh, yeah. Just grab him and drag him to the corner. Try to get him back to everybody else.
All right, give me an athletics. With disadvantage. You have one hand.
I'm a big boy. I don't know. I guess I don't think he's smart enough to realize this shouldn't be working. But you know what?
That doesn't factor into it.
I'm gonna follow your rules, Bran. 11. Start rolling these dice.
You know, he's young and elvish. He's not that heavy. You're able to cart him back to the group.
So yeah, I just bring him back and say, "Ha, got one. Yeah, got him."
Nice job.
Are you okay? And I'm gonna look directly at your hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this hurts really badly. So, yeah. Yes, I'm okay. Should I be? Probably not. But,
Should I so we match?
no, not this time. Not, ooh, well. No. Not this time. This is no good. as a tear slowly falls.
Oh,
This is no good.
I'm gonna walk over to you and I'm going to take your hand, not your bad hand, but I'm gonna take your other hand, and I'm gonna say, now, sweet dear baby Jesus, swaddled up in his crib, only 8 pounds 2 ounces. Please use your healing powers to heal my stupid friend Blip from his stupid bear trap. And
Southern Baptist Goblin.
and you heal. I mean, you heal for 10, so you're all
Nice.
good.
Does the bear trap fall off?
Did the extra 4 make it fall off, Brad?
I'll say yes.
Nice.
Cool.
great.
I'm not yet. I'm gonna set this up later, but not yet. So while all that's being said, the only takeaway I got from this, I look over to everyone else and say, who's Jesus?
He's
This is gonna turn to a VeggieTales episode at the end.
he's a little made up
It's
thing
Gobby
that
Tails,
some humans like to worship.
You and me.
I think Jesus is like a genre of magic that some people use.
Okay.
So you
Oh,
say Jesus
like
and you can
witchcraft.
heal. Yeah.
Now I was.
So what is your plan to
gonna
do with
add-
this stable boy while he is still out?
I'd take off his clothes, and I put them on. It's all right. I'm gonna infiltrate.
They do not fit at all. Just giving you a heads up.
No, I understand that.
I see
I
what Blip is
understand.
doing, and I'm going to just start cutting his hair. Like the stable boy's hair.
All right.
I can't say that Blam has an end goal, just trying to help.
Yeah, I understand. I understand they don't fit, 100%. And I put them on over my clothes.
Okay. Okay.
How tall was the stable boy?
Let's give him a 5'11". That seems like a standard.
All right.
He's not that bad because, like I said, Blip is a very tall goblin.
For a
so
goblin,
he's like 4'2". Blip is like 4'2", so you know, 4'2", 4'4" on a good day, depending on what
You
rocks
do
he's
find,
standing on.
aside from a salt lick, you do find a ring of keys in your newly acquired trousers.
Oh.
Have we seen keys before? Do I know what a key is?
I probably have. We use those to open doors.
What the hell is a door?
It's just a way. It's just a hindrance from one room to another.
I've definitely seen keys before.
And I pull out the warhammer. So is this a key?
It can be.
Makes sense. And I hand the keys to Mind Goblin.
That's the right call. The leader needs the keys. Yeah.
Yes.
I know what to do with these. Which door do we want to use the key on?
I say all of them.
I'm gonna say from the brief time that you've looked across the building, you can always do a closer examination. You would have spotted 2 doors, the large double doors in front of this place, and there's a small door off the side, almost around back where the stables are.
Okay.
Let's do that. They'll think it's the stable boy coming in.
Yeah. And Q is gonna try to take the Q from Blip of the disguise and what Mind Goblin just said. And
She's gonna take the cue. Awesome.
Q, yes, is gonna cast Disguise Self to look like the stable boy, but the maximum height increase I can get is an extra foot, so I'm gonna be a 4-foot version of the stable boy.
Okay.
So you're still shorter than Blip?
Question.
I think
Question.
so.
So we understand magic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That saves us from what I was about to do.
Thank God.
Was gonna
I'm
get,
just gonna pop my collar.
spooked.
That's my
I was
disguise.
gonna get spooked and swing the warhammer at Q, but through the illusion because he's shorter than what it actually is.
Q obviously would have shown this trick off.
Yeah.
As soon
Oh,
as-
yeah.
I was
And-
wanting to understand.
Q, for his disguise, he still keeps the little fishbone bracelet on.
All right. Who's taking the lead? Mind Goblin, correct?
Yeah.
All right. You fish through the keys and you find the correct one eventually, and unlock the door. And opens to a fairly dark hallway. You can hear sounds as if you would go completely straight down. You can hear a bit of a hustle and bustle. You hear a clattering of metal, not in the sense of like a forge or, you know, a battle. Just the clatterings of metal, and there are some very pleasant aromas coming from that direction. The other path seems to lead to, well, you're not quite sure.
I'm looking at Sweet G.
I love an adventure, and this path here seems like an adventure.
Maybe we should take the more adventurous seeming path.
That's a great idea.
Are we, for DM's sake, are we doing the blind path or the fragrant path?
The non-fragrant path.
Blind path. Okay.
Stealthily.
Stealthily. No one seems to be in this hall. It doesn't seem to be like any of the attention is paid to this area. Like this is almost just for the servants to move to and fro.
I'm
Sweetie,
also
were you taking the lead on this one?
yes, and I am
All right.
also going to cast disguise self on myself to look like the stable boy.
All right.
Yeah, twinners.
All right.
So we have 3 stable boys
You have
looking
3.
exactly like.
Well hung stable boy.
So I took the hair that that Blam cut off the stable boy. I'm assuming he was blonde.
Sure.
Yeah, because Blip has a mohawk ponytail, so it's a front ponytail, so it grows out the top, and he just slicks it back and ties it to the back.
Oh,
All right.
The rest of it is bald, so he just takes the hair and with a little bit of the fish, a little piece of the fish, he just mushes it up to have something to adhere it to, and just puts it on
I
the
don't know if
sides.
that's how the inside of a fish works.
So he puts it on the sides. It's still his mohawk ponytail, just coming to the back. Black hair, and then blonde elf hair
All
on
right.
the top.
Looking
Clippings.
stylish.
It does not
Sweet.
even look like proper wig. It's just clippings.
Sweet G, you open the door.
I do.
That banks down this hallway. You hear now many voices. You hear lots of humans kind of speaking softly amongst each other. I assume you were careful to open the door slightly to look through.
Yes.
All right. This would appear to be a grand hall, if you will. The foyer would be where a gathering would take place. You see a couple different stairways on the opposite side of you. But you just see a lot of very well-dressed people with either food or drink in their hand, just kind of conversing amongst small parties.
Are there any super short people here?
Um, yeah. We'll say that there are some gnomes or halflings in the mix.
Okay. I am going to look to Mind Goblin and Blam and say, now, do y'all want us to try to finagle a coat or two off of them? Maybe a top hat, so we can make it so y'all seem like you should be here and that we're the help?
I was gonna say we just burn the house down.
I'm still on all fours, like,
Okay, so maybe my plan definitely wouldn't absolutely not work for Blam. This would have to be a 2 feet operation, not a 4 feet.
why use two when you have four?
It makes sense, the math do be mathin', but not in high society.
I just had an idea. Would 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 we be able to get a coat? I'd like a coat.
I'd like to burn the place down and find our babies.
Well, I mean,
As you are conversing about how to proceed, you hear the clink of silver on a glass, and the whole crowd just seems to hush up. And then you just hear this roaring, just random applause as someone has entered the room. Sweet G, from this angle, you can't quite see who.
I am going to just, like, slide around the walls to make it
You
so I
are-
can see.
I mean, you are in disguise, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. You're able to blend in and look casual. As you kind of creep around, making sure to be as inconspicuous as possible, you see an incredibly tall feminine figure at the top of a stairway. Lovely, striking features. But when I say tall, I mean, are we Goliath, maybe? You don't know what a Goliath is, I imagine, but just to give you a vague ray of size. What looks to be an elegant gown of crimson reds and a very large crossbow that she's just kind of slunk over one of these strong shoulders. And she waves her hand behind her and proudly points, "The spoils of the hunt." And everyone again starts clapping wildly.
Do I...
And you see,
Sorry, go ahead.
as you continue to lean over what appears to be a bright white dragon head that seems to be severed, is held up by chains.
No puppies barking?
No puppies barking.
Okay. I am going to slide my way back to the group and say, now, there's somebody that's at least 10 times taller than us spouting about some hunt. They have a dragon neck and head strung up by chains. I don't think these are good people. Mind Goblin, I'm really starting to think that you and Blam's plan to just burn the place down. I mean, we have the keys. We can lock them in. I've got a whole box full of matches.
I strike a match.
We need to find our doggos, though.
We do need to find the doggos first.
Blam, can you smell them?
Can I smell them?
Give me a roll.
I'd love to. It's not going to be good.
I just pick a rock.
Survival, investigation. What are we feeling?
You rocked survival the first time. I'll allow it for this one.
I pick her up and just start, pointing her in directions. Like,
And I'm
Do I
going.
have advantage?
I'm going to touch your shoulder and say, "Now, with the great words of O Peanuts, you got this."
Okay, so in that case, that's a 12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
You get a hint.
Okay,
Of,
I get a whiff.
you get a whiff, but you also realize it's not just the pups that you were originally picking up on. There's something else in the air, but you're now smelling that as well.
Okay.
And it's kind of coming stronger.
Do I have a direction to go in?
I'm gonna say from the opened door that Sweet G had peeked out of.
Okay.
And
I have a.
you suddenly hear two voices.
I have a quick question.
Go for it.
Can I scuttle up walls?
I'm gonna say if you're able to pass the strength test, yes. If you're able to pass it in athletics, yeah, I'll allow it.
I would like to try.
Go for it.
Let's go.
That's a 16.
Yep, you've dug those claws in. You're latched onto a.
just put her to the wall.
I don't know why I've gone full force into this.
You
horror
went
movie.
full.
100%.
Sweet G, you can see two figures making their way towards the door.
I am going to stand there with my kind of arm back, one of my knees on the wall, and I'm gonna give my best. I'm just a stable boy here to do the stable stuff impression.
I'm good. Go down on one knee and start shining Sweet G's shoe.
The door swings open. Blam, you recognize these figures.
Mhm.
Again, I'm going to assume none of you have seen a minotaur before. But this massive beast lowers his great horns underneath the door frame and walks past our one visible stable boy. And one behind him is a very well-dressed elf with long silver hair. And they step in the hallway, and the Minotaur fishes a pipe out of a pouch and lights it. I hate these things. Scratches at his chin. As you notice, he seems to unlatch what looks to be a swivel gun off a ship, like a cannon, and sets it down next to him. Just sort of leans against the wall. You can hear the wall just creaking and groan against the weight. The elf seems fixated on the kitchen, just taking deep breaths and just sort of looming, just can't help but crane their neck that direction.
This is a fancy occasion, huh? Deciding that my stable boy has a completely different accent than Sweet G. The knobs just started turning in my head, as Nix would say.
The Minotaur slowly turns and glances your direction. The elf does not acknowledge you in the slightest. Fuck off, shit eater. Takes a big draw from the pipe and blows the tobacco smoke your direction.
All right, then I'll just go fuck off, and I go and I fuck off. I am going to go to a different location because I feel.
Wait, are you heading back outside into the party or towards the kitchen?
I want to huddle up. I feel like they would keep the wargs in the stable, right? Or the dungeon. I don't know. Those are the two areas that I would keep.
I'm going to say you passed through the stable, and it just appeared to be the horses that were along with the carriages.
We passed through the stable. Can I retcon something real quick? Can I just go through and damage some of the locks on the gates for the stables?
All of the locks.
Yeah, all of the locks.
Yeah, I mean, were you drawing the horses out at that time?
No, I just wanted to break
Okay.
them
Yeah. I'll,
for the time being. It's all part of the plan. Long con, the long con. Also, can I, while Sweet G is being told to fuck off, can I find flammable material?
You mean like horse hay?
Are you outside? Did you duck back outside, or are you?
I thought I was
hiding
inside. I was inside, like in like a different part of the hallway or room, because we were all inside.
Yeah, you're a little ways down the hall. Unless you're ready to start breaking up furniture, not really a whole lot of flammable material in your vicinity.
Okay, I want to set the trap then.
Okay. You set the trap down the hall.
Good. Just set the trap. Just in a place where foot traffic. Someone does get caught in it.
Yeah. you set a bear trap down the servants' hall.
I think after being told to go fuck off, I would huddle up with the group and say, now, there's this big horseman who is rude as a motherfucker, and then an elf who's also rude but not as rude. Now, look, I think that we really need to infiltrate and get kind of down into it. I don't know how to sneak past all these people, but I do think that's what I would suggest. Was there a door behind the dragon, or am I just making this up because I want there to be a door behind the dragon?
It would have been an upstairs door, but yes, there would have been a pair.
I hopefully would have just been scuttling along the wall next to our peeps. But I think that we should probably go back into the party.
Yeah,
Agreed.
maybe someone will know where the wargs are.
And then us three stable boys can say we were charged with taking them to the stable, feasting table area that they're supposed to be at.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I look at Mind Goblin.
I'm just staring at my matches.
I'm gonna put my hand like on your arm and say, soon, Mind Goblin, soon.
It's the only way.
Yeah.
Mind Goblin, do you want to look for some good spots to light up? I could turn you invisible, and you can take a look around.
Of course.
All right. As long as nothing happens to me, this should last for an hour. So,
You all go find the wargs. I'm gonna build like a flammable nest in the basement.
perfect.
You have
And-
an hour.
I'll turn Mind Goblin invisible.
All right.
That's not terrifying.
You do kind of hear like a
Should be, you know. You are
The
next door
footsteps.
to invisible on any day.
The footsteps going down the hallway might sound a little bit more like a skip than a walk.
Mind Goblin, as you start going down the hallway, you pass by where the Minotaur and the elf are residing. The elf, starts kind of licking his lips as he's staring at the kitchen. Yes, we brought her the gift, but is there any harm if I just eat one? I have not had warg veal yet. The lady would not know, and she will still receive the others.
I'm going to
The
silently.
The Minotaur said, "They're already in the kennel."
How do I tell everybody else where they are?
come back.
Yeah, like I'm gonna start just like walking back to like whisper. If I talk, does the thing go away? The invisibility.
No, you're good. As long as you don't like attack or cast a spell.
Okay. So then I will go back to the group and whisper at everyone, they're in the kennel. I don't know why I'm disguising my voice, but I did.
I'm gonna,
Where's the candle?
Ghosts.
because was expecting Mind Goblin to be long gone by now.
I fall off the wall.
Is
I put
there
it back up.
is there any help that we can see currently, Bran?
As far as the servant class,
Yes.
you can see the passing of different figures towards the kitchen area.
I'm gonna.
It doesn't look like they're taking this hallway. It looks like most of their attention is out into the grand hall.
I'm gonna like motion for the folks to follow me, and then I'm gonna walk up to one of the help and say, "Now, it's my first day, and I was instructed to go and water the works. Would you be able to point me in that direction? I'm sorry, I just got so lost in here. There's an upstairs and a downstairs and an inside and an outside, and I just lost my way."
And I'm just behind.
So,
behind
real
her,
quick.
smiling.
You took the guise of the stable boy, correct?
Yeah. Fuck
Yes.
me.
But small.
But small.
But yeah, but shorter
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
by at least a foot.
I look exactly like him as well, but shorter. But also
You,
shorter.
You do not. You look like a goblin that fish tasted.
I'm just behind.
hair
I'm
on it.
behind.
You do
Sweet
not.
Tea, just
You
smiling.
you look nothing at all like the stable boy.
Look exactly like. I don't know what you're talking about. I look exactly like him.
The woman you spoke to, she's staring at you oddly, like she's just trying to. She knows something doesn't make sense here. Recklin, it's not your first day. Are you feeling okay?
I got hit on the head. You're right. I just got all topsy-turvy turned around. Yeah.
I'm just
Make that noise.
I'm behind her smiling.
Come on, I think maybe it's time to get you to the quarters. Maybe you should just settle down for a few.
Does this person
Is
have a
she-
name tag?
Is she the only person there?
No, no. There's a good 4 or 5 others in the kitchen right now.
Oh, okay.
So they don't have a name tag?
No.
Now look, I'm gonna level with you. I don't
I'm
think
gonna
that
be
you...
honest with you. The help is generally ignored in most of these kind of situations.
And this
You
is...
are not to be seen or heard. You just do.
I saw.
I doubt that you enjoy being a servant to these assholes. And I would like to liberate you and your people and the wargs that were stolen. And all I need is for you to tell me where the kennel is, and then I'll need you and your friends, because I don't want any of the help getting hurt. I'll need you to promptly leave, and all of those assholes will never talk down to you a day in your life again.
Give me a persuasion with disadvantage.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself real quick.
I think it should be a straight roll. I look exactly like the stable boy. I'm just behind her smiling.
I'm
You
behind.
are thankfully out of view right now.
I want to
Welcome
be
in.
like behind the person that Sweet G's talking to and be like, it's a good idea.
Yeah, that does not at all make more comfort.
Aren't you supposed to be setting fires?
Okay, so it's a
I'm waiting on the
10.
signal.
The 10 was my lower.
10? The woman calls out to someone else in the kitchen. Cornflower, will you take over for a moment? And you see on one of the prep tables, there's a gnome who looks up in full chef's whites. What's the problem? I think Recklin was kicked in the head by one of the horses.
What? I'm fine. Huh.
So I'm just gonna run him to the quarters and get him tucked in, and I'll be right back. All right. And, goes back to, and the woman takes your arm and attempts to lead you away from the kitchen.
I allow her to lead me away. I assume that I'm going towards the kennel. I'm going to say, we're going to the kennel, right?
Of course we are, sweetheart. Of course,
Can I
sweet boy.
insight her?
Sure.
God
Where
damn
am
it.
I right now?
Standing in the hallway
All right,
in
it's
front of the kitchen.
23.
Am I in that hallway?
Yes, you are.
Great.
23. You are positive she's not taking you to the kennel.
All right, I'm going to stop.
She is most definitely taking you to the servants' quarters because she is very concerned about your health.
Okay, I'm going to come out of my disguise and say, now look, lady, if you don't fucking take me to the goddamn kennels, shit's gonna go down, and you seem so sweet. I don't want to hurt you. I do want to free the wargs, though, that these awful people have stolen. The fucking Minotaur wants to eat one.
The elf wanted to eat one.
The elf wants to fucking eat one.
Are you doing persuasion or intimidation?
Before,
Hey, Bran.
can I help? Can I help? Action. I would like, if you choose intimidation, I would like to scuttle over and hiss. If you're doing intimidation. If you're not, then I'll just scuttle and be quiet.
I'll do intimidation.
All right, roll it.
Okay. So that's a 14 the first time. The second time it is a 19.
With the two of you, she screams in terror. She was not expecting a pair of goblins to threaten her. So she screams in absolute terror.
Hey, Bran.
What you got, Blip?
Hey, Bran.
Yeah.
I kneecap her. With the warhammer.
Oh my god, how is she supposed to take us to the kennel now?
She could point the way.
Roll your attack.
Can I body
Tie her
block?
to
Yo,
your back.
Real quick, Kyo, don't think about who this could possibly be. Go ahead, Blip.
Oh God. This is what happens when we play unhinged characters.
It was all going so well. The 19?
Oh my gosh.
There's a loud crack as that bone just splinters, just being pinned against the wall in that warhammer. She's now screaming wildly. The Minotaur and the elf have quickly caught attention to this. This is not a normal sound that one can just simply ignore in these halls.
So
The
where's
two of them
kennel?
are racing down the hallway your direction right now.
Where's that trap? Where's that trap and where's the kennel?
Your trap is out by the stable door.
No, that's not. I thought we were inside when I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, inside the hallway.
Yeah, it's down this hallway, but it's closer towards the stable door.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, so where's the kennels?
She is not responding in any sort of cohesive way. She is blubbering and clutching onto her shattered leg.
I go get the gnome.
Can I go intercept the Minotaur and Elf?
What's
Like,
your plan?
I'm coming. I'm still in stable boy mode, so I'm gonna say, I heard where the commotion was. It's down that way. Basically the opposite direction. I try to say, I'm sorry. The acoustics in this hallway are terrible. It sounded like it was coming from here, but it's coming from there.
Give me a deception roll.
All right, let's go.
Disadvantage, because you
Okay.
seem so casual about it.
Okay, great.
Excuse me, the noise.
Oh, that thing. I wouldn't even worry about it. But if I was.
Oh,
Get
that
me
is
down
a
there.
that is a 9.
A 9. The Minotaur shoves your chest,
Oh.
shoves you out of the way. And all you get is, I thought I told you, fuck off. And it continues to chase down towards the kitchen.
I did.
No damage. It was more of a.
Oh, okay.
Of just moving the speed bump.
Blam, do you have your trap? Do you have your trap? Yeah.
Yeep.
can I set that trap and then I go get the gnome.
You
just
don't have
grab-
time to set up a trap and get a gnome right
Well,
now.
I get the gnome, I grab the gnome and I run. Set the trap, Blam, set the trap. And I grab the gnome and I run out the kitchen.
You do not have that kind of time.
Well,
You might have a chance to dodge
Oh my
because
gosh.
down that hallway, that Minotaur has that cannon slung under one arm. And spotting these 3 goblins surrounding this woman sets off a fucking cannonball into the group.
I'd like to take the dodge action.
yeah, I'll just dodge and dive into that kitchen.
We'll see.
Well, goblins can do the disengage. Nimble escape.
You're correct.
So hopefully that helps y'all a little bit. I was gonna say whenever Sweet G was getting led away to the kennels, I did go back the original way. Wait, that's the same hallway then, isn't it?
No one has been led to these kennels.
Yeah. Well, I was going back down the hallway
Sweet.
that I was going down last time so that I could set the nest trap of fire and death.
I'm gonna need a dex save from you 3.
Sure, boss.
We
Blam
should have
Sweet.
advantage, Nix.
Sorry, did you say advantage?
Yeah, we can see him coming, right?
You can see him, but it's kind of hard to judge a cannonball flying at you.
I mean, if we see him, we can see him sling the cannon.
You are just rules lawyering tonight.
I'm just trying to survive, Bran. I don't know. I'm just
I get
trying
it.
to
So
survive.
roll your dex save and let's see if you survive.
All right.
So no advantage?
No advantage.
No
So that's a
advantage.
nat
We have-
1.
Yeah, we have defense. That's the advantage. No, all right. Okay. Well,
The
Blam
advantage is you threw Blam in the way.
No,
We
he's
have-
talking about danger sense.
yeah, we have danger sense. The barbarians.
That's right, you do.
No advantage.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. That's a 12.
I
Not great.
apologize.
I still might have
Okay.
failed.
It's a saving throw,
You
right?
did, but it's a lot better than a 1.
Yeah.
19.
All right. Sweet G. You are unfortunately in this fray.
I did not realize that I was in that. What is the roll?
Dex save.
Okay. It's a 12.
All right. The cannon lands pretty dead center of this group and just erupts. There's just this flash of fire and metal that just sort of catches. Blip, you're able to kind of tuck and roll to miss the brunt of it. Other 2 are not quite so lucky. That caught you very much off guard. 6 damage for both of you, 3 for Blip.
Ouchie, ouchie.
That's the plan, you crazy ones.
Plan?
It set something. That cannon set it on fire in here, right? It had to have. There has to be burning objects.
Yeah, there's definitely some There's definitely some smoke and embers going.
I am going to run as fast as I can, screaming as loud as I can. Fire! Into the hall that everyone is at.
Okay. You bank through the kitchen into the other door that was leading to the grand hall.
And if I may, I'm going to start lighting matches as I do so.
As soon as I hear
Nice.
fire,
Then it
I'm
looks like
lighting
you're
matches.
but now it looks like you're the pyro bug.
Well, no. I'm going to do
The
it
guards tackles you.
sleight of hand to, discreetly leave these trails behind of matches.
So you're discreetly screaming fire and leaving matches.
Precisely.
Sleight of hand, deception. Just give me sleight of hand.
Performance.
Performance.
Ooh, okay.
You run the whole gamut.
If I may do performance, that would suit me better at this
Sure,
time.
performance.
That would
Okay.
suit me better.
Okay, a 19.
19. The whole crowd shushes, and they definitely believe you when you're screaming fire. There's definitely a concerned look of everyone, just trying to pinpoint, embers and smoke, but you've definitely stirred the crowd.
Right, everybody, there is... I don't know why I'm talking in the stable boy accent, because I'm not a stable boy anymore.
They couldn't know either way.
You're right. I'm just gonna wave my hands around, and say, oh my god, there's a fire in the kitchen, there was a big cannon explosion, it's... Help! Help, everybody, out! Outside!
Great.
Can
Give
I
me-
grab the gnome?
Sweet G, give me a...
A persuasion?
give me a persuasion.
You
You did enough
think
to you did enough to draw all the attention with your performance.
Would you say so much, in fact, that I would have an
You had an
advantage
advantage?
on this roll?
Oh.
Sure, I would say that.
Thank God.
We're really breaking him down bit by bit.
Okay, a 14.
It works. A lot of this crowd is rushing out these front doors.
Now, single file, everybody. Don't want anyone to get trampled.
They're not going crazy. They're the room is not engulfed around them. They're
Not yet.
talk to me, Kyo.
I've got an idea for the unconscious kneecapped woman.
She's also been peppered by a cannonball.
Oh my
but-
gosh. Okay.
Still alive?
So, I'd like to go up to her, still in stable boy mode, and I'd like to cast a healing word on her.
Okay.
And if she regains consciousness, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, sweet maiden, I've looked fondly upon you from afar for so long. I'm glad I was able to save you. Please take me to the kennel. It's the only place of safety."
Wow.
Sweet maiden.
Persuasion.
Okay. That's a 13.
A 13. Considering the fact that you just helped her, considering the fact that there's a fight going on right above her head, and she would like nothing more than to get away from this exact situation, she sort of clutches onto you and sort of duck crawls out and through the kitchen and out the kitchen door, outside.
Great.
You can see just on that side of the mansion, there doesn't seem to be various pins and cages that have various animals locked up in them.
Okay. My love, would you happen to have, I am sorry, I seem to have misplaced my keys in my affections. Do you have the ways to open these, please?
She, she's still a bit in shock, but she shakes her head. No, I'm sorry. I don't. I've never had the keys for the pins.
Okay. I do you know if there's a back way out from here? I think you should get away. I heard the Minotaur talking about setting the place on fire.
She accepts it. She nods, and you can see her sort of careful scampering off into the tree line, away from the building as much space as she can put between her and like the gate.
Fare thee well, angel. And then I'm gonna try to bust these open.
All right, we'll come right back to that.
Okay.
Blip, are you
grab the
still?
gnome.
You grab the
Yeah.
gnome.
I grabbed the
Give me
Kennels.
give me an athletics.
Athletics. If this gnome beats me, that would be crazy.
He's a chef. He might be a burly little feller.
That's an 8.
He kind of shoves you away, and in that motion, he draws out a very large kitchen knife and just sort of takes a battle stance your direction. Not in my kitchen! And charges at you.
Oh, spicy.
That's gonna be a 23 to hit.
Fuck. What?
Oh my gosh.
We're dead.
Yes, chef.
We're dead.
No, no.
He should have been a little Gordon Ramsay.
That hits. Yeah, that hits.
All right, that's gonna be 3 slashing and 3 fire damage, as that chef knife just sort of sparks and embers right before it comes into contact. Just draws a nice slash across your arm.
Oh my god.
All right, so I fucking rage. All right, no more Mr. Nice Blip. And I rage, and I burst out of the the stable boy clothes, and the fish guts and the hair fall off. And when I rage, which I forgot about earlier, my storm aura activates.
Oh,
And-
sick.
I'd say it just happened. It didn't affect Q and Blam because we were in the water. But he takes 2 fire damage, and I'm gonna just hit him.
All right,
Because now I'm upset. And
Go for it.
Tar's behind me somewhere. I'm gonna stop rolling dice. That's a 9.
a 9. You are not able to get purchase. You swing, and he just, with a strange elegance you were not expecting, just seemed to rolls his body around on the table and repurposes.
Now I'm even more upset.
Oh no.
But he still takes 2 damage because storm aura. Screw him. Fire damage.
Hey man, he's in the kitchen. He's used to being burned.
That's all right. I'm gonna hit him with a hammer in a minute.
All right. Sweet G, let's go back to you real quick. You've ushered everyone out. They are, in a very timely, professional enough manner, made their ways out the front door.
Amazed. Has the fire started coming this way yet?
Not in any sort of drastic way, no.
Okay.
You still have a kitchen in between you. And kitchens are generally built not to,
The dragon head was cut off, right?
correct.
Okay. I am going to light a match and say, "It's a damn shame what they did to you, big boy." And I'm going to throw it up at the dragon, to get this party started. And also give it a proper Viking send-off, you know?
Is there a luck roll?
I don't have one, but I can do one if you insist.
Just roll me just a straight d20.
How about
D20
a
roll
gay
high.
d20?
Let's hope
I
so.
rolled a 4.
A 4. So as you proudly proclaim and raise your match up to this dragon, there's a slight sizzle against the scales. But the fact is, it's a dragon head. It's fairly fresh. It would take a very long time to ignite that head using a match.
Okay. In that case, I'm
If
just...
if you'd been lucky, it would have already been stuffed in taxidermy and full of sawdust.
Fuck. Okay.
Sorry, I
Oh.
know.
In that
Ouch.
case, I will just, put a match on all of the different tables and kind of skip my way through.
Okay, you've set up a couple of tablecloths. You got a couple little fires going.
And I am off to find my friends.
All right. Blam, what have you been up to?
Where Blip goes, Blam goes. So
All right.
I definitely would have seen his foolhardy whatever happened, and seeing him get hit, I will drop from the wall, go into a rage, and try and hit this gnome with my great axe.
All right, go for it.
Okay. That's a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Avenge me.
That's 8 damage. I will also be using my Divine Fury. First creature I hit on each of my turns takes a d6 plus 1. So that's 5 necrotic damage on top of the 8.
Nice.
So I'm gonna hit him, and it's gonna basically you see starting from my hair, it's like energy is crackling, like there's like static in my curls, and then it shoots down the great axe at him. And then I'm also gonna use Fury of the Small.
Very nice.
And that is 3 extra damage.
So
Yeah.
I honestly feel it shouldn't apply when attacking a gnome. I'm gonna allow it.
Oh, it doesn't have to.
I know. I'm just saying on principle.
I mean, I
All
just said I
right.
was very
No,
average
you-
sized.
you drop down and you just come out full swing and you knock him off the table. You send him
Yeah.
sailing across this kitchen.
Yeah, it's like scuttle.
You tag him. He's sending him sail across. He's rolling on the stove top right now.
I think that would be my turn. So brief question. The kennel is through the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay. Can we see through that door where Q went?
You can't see where Q is, but you are positive that's where Q went.
Okay. So I'm definitely gonna try and edge in that direction as I am.
All right. As you're bulking your way towards the door, you hear a voice from behind you. Not so fast. And that elf with the silver hair is standing there, and you see about 5 blades in each hand. Not on his fingers, just clutching knives between those knuckle bones.
I make faces.
All right. Mind Goblin, what have you been doing?
Setting
this madness.
fires.
All right.
I heard Sweet G say fire, so I thought that was the signal. So I just started burning pictures on the wall, and if there's any oil lamps, just breaking those around.
Yeah. Knocking over torches and braziers and just, Yeah, you definitely got through your collective works, you've got this place going.
Yes, y'all just hear me screaming from down the hallway, just and then I'm gonna run back to where I think everyone might be, which is just go back the way I came from.
All right. Back towards the stables, the way you came in originally.
Yeah.
Give me a dex roll.
No. Just a roll, not a saving throw.
That'd be a saving.
It is?
Yes.
I wish I had advantage on that. Wait, that's freaking fucked. Oh no, 7.
7. What's the AC on the traps there, Blip?
Oh no!
Wait a minute, you're telling me I'm not looking for traps and I'm a rogue?
It is DC 13.
Oh.
Can I use my inspiration?
Sure. You can try.
What is it? What do I do for inspiration?
You got a D6, right?
Yeah, okay. I rolled a 12, right? No, I rolled, what did I roll?
7.
7. So I've got to literally roll a 6 on this.
You got this. You got
Oh wait,
this.
no, I'll still fail. It's 13.
6 or 7 is 13.
I rolled a 6 though!
You rolled a 6?
Yeah, oh, so I didn't get
Nice!
13.
That's 13. Yeah.
Yeah,
it
I didn't
beats
get
it.
13.
Yeah, at that
Yeah!
last second, you see that trap laid out in front of you, and you sort of cartwheel. You kind of shove yourself up with one hand, and just roll right over it as you make your exit.
Oh, listen,
it
good
with
style. But I'm invisible. The style is just for me.
Kyo, that's your plan up there.
Are the locks metal?
Yes, they appear to be.
Ah, shoot. Okay, Kyo is gonna... At this point, Kyo is like, I can't break these. And he's gonna start banging on his drum
Okay.
to try
okay.
to let everyone know where he is, and be like, who let the wargs out? Who? Not me.
I'm gonna say, from early on, you've been trained to catch a couple different signals. Blam's howl and Kyo's drummings are
Yeah.
two of the ones that you are just instinctively trained
Yes.
to listen for. So I'll say everyone is able to hear.
As soon as I hear that, I start going towards the kitchen to get out to the kennels, but I'm going, who, you know, in between.
As you're traversing the kitchen, you see Blam and this elf just giving each other the dead stares. And I'm going to assume you see, Blip, who are you focused on right now in all of this? You still have a Minotaur on your...
Oh, the Minotaur came too?
Yeah, he was...
Oh.
He wasn't just going to shoot a cannon and go home. He was,
Yeah. Minotaur. Yeah, definitely Minotaur. Big guy, I'm a big goblin. I puff on my chest.
All right, so you see... you see the... are we twins or just siblings?
Twins.
We see the twins squaring off.
We don't know who's older, by the way. We came out at the same time. At least that's the
Dad
story.
never said a word.
That's the story Pa told us. That's the story Pa told us. So we don't know who's older. But yeah, huge goblin, little creepy goblin.
As
Yeah,
I'm running,
Minotaur, definitely.
as I'm running through, would I be able to get a guiding bolt off to whoever looks the most harmful to the twins?
Sure.
Okay. Who would you say, the chef or the elf?
The chef doesn't look like much of a concern.
Okay.
There's an elf with both hands full of blades, and there's a minotaur who is holding a very large cannon towards Blip.
Okay, I'll do the Minotaur, and I'm gonna do guiding bolt on it, towards its hand specifically, if I can.
Give it a try.
And I rolled a nat 20 for a total
Beautiful.
of 24.
Nice.
All right. Very
Maze.
nice.
Okay, it's 14 radiant damage. I don't know if that is like doubled since it was a nat 20, but that would be so sexy of you, Bran, if it was.
So hot.
And I'm just like anime running out of here, like trying to get to the sound of the music.
Yeah, in a blur, you sort of run through the kitchen, and in slow-mo, you just sort of do a dive and send this guiding bolt, these streamers of bright energy and it just seems to just whirl around everything in the kitchen to just find purchase in this Minotaur's hand. And you just see it erupt in light. You just see just the skin and flesh and everything just sort of disappear off this arm. And the cannon lands on the ground with a heavy thud.
I think knowing that it hit, I'll say, as I'm anime running out of here. Now, why don't you fuck off?
Nice callback. All right. Who's taking bat now?
Well, I'm gonna kneecap this fucking Minotaur.
Give it a try.
Kneecap. Guiding bolt gives advantage when it hits, right? Or am
Doesn't
I
it?
just remembering a wrong spell?
We'll say
It
yes.
does something.
Does something good, and that sounds like something good. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm just two-hand kneecap.
You got 15 minutes. Do it.
Yeah. Fucking Minotaur. 14.
14.
Yeah.
Also, I confirmed it as advantage on the next hit.
So 14 was your high.
Yes.
All right. Doesn't quite make purchase.
No.
Damn it. So I just yelled, ah! And then he just takes 2 fire damage.
As you, in that moment that hand was being incinerated, he had stumbled and fallen, so you just swung a little high. Was the problem? You sort of clipped a horn off. We'll put it that way.
I'm gonna get that horn. Get that fucking horn. I'm gonna make me a necklace out of it and give it to Sweet G.
And yes, your radiant fire seems to start catching and see his clothing, his leather starting to smolder and burn around him.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got for now.
All right. We're gonna finish this conversation with Blip. The
That was
Minotaur sort of leans over and just tries to set off that cannon that's sort of positioned between the two of you.
Madman. I love
But
it.
he props it up, and we're gonna say he grabs the pull cord, the fuse with his teeth, and just yanks it.
Oh my gosh.
You're a madman.
That'd be 22.
To hit? Yeah. So guys, I'm thinking that we probably shouldn't have picked this fight, but yeah, that hits. All right. Do your worst. Do your worst.
That's gonna be 9 damage.
What type?
You're raging, so it's gonna be half that.
So 5 or 4?
Roll down because I want this to end. 4 damage.
All right.
But you see him just sort of, burst out in that explosion. Just sort of slumps a couple yards away.
Now I'm upset because he took my kill.
Oh god.
so I rage some more.
An asshole till the end, this Minotaur. Blam, you notice the elf is still not moved. He's still just locked into the stare with you.
And I'm gonna swing my great axe at it.
Okay.
But I do want it to be, again, unsettling in the extreme.
No doubt.
He's swinging
22 to hit,
backwards.
man.
What the
22
shit?
is
Beyond-
definitely
The
gonna
best
hit.
part is, feel free to check them. I'm rolling them all online. 5
check 'em.
damage.
5 damage.
How many times can I use Divine Fury? On each turn. Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm gonna roll the 1d6.
Go for it.
That's another 4 damage. 4 necrotic and 5 slashing.
Right. You do that swing with your axe, and it just cleaves into one of his arms. And there's that dark inky color of the necrotic flesh on there, and he just drops all the blades in that hand.
Ooh.
Sort of stares at it and starts stepping back from you. That assured look on the face, like he's now starting to calculate: is this worth being a part of, or is it time to get out of here? So you see him start doing a couple steps back away from you. The one hand still has the blades. He hasn't like dropped his guard, but he is finding some space between you.
I can technically take the hide action as a bonus action.
Yeah.
But I want to try and like spider scuttle under a table.
All right. I'm just allowing that for your bonus.
Great.
Yeah, sick.
You release a.
Yeah. Who
All
needs
right.
more dread when you can just be creepy?
It is the All right, I imagine Sweet G, Mind Goblin, you have joined Kyo by this point?
Yes. And I would use Guiding Bolt on a lock.
Sure, why not?
Excellent. Do I have to roll for it? With my finger like right in front of it and the lock like right here, can I miss?
No, I wouldn't imagine so.
Amaze. I would then say it's the 17 points of radiant damage does the trick. And the lock that has the most wargs in it is opened, if I had my way.
You see the lock just seem to turn a brighter color, brighter white, and it just practically just disintegrates in front of you.
Maze. How many wargs are in there?
The whole lot was in there. You spot 5 of them.
I'm going to do the thing that the group has been trained to listen for me, and it is, what in tarnation?
There it is.
The wargs are free. They did it.
Ears perk up. I look up quick. But the rage.
I like just drop and start crying.
You hear an unearthly, ah!
I'm gonna say between the scuttle and that sound, our elf has attempted to run out the front.
I want to hit him though. I want to get that. I need it. I need something to subside this rage. I gotta hit something. That lady I kneecapped. You know what? I wasn't angry at her. I wasn't mad at her. It was an attempt to intimidate, but it just caused this. So can I attack the elf? I want to attack the elf. Can I attack the elf?
You were in another hallway. It's gonna take you a while to catch up to him.
I thought we were in the same. All right, I'm just confused. But yeah, I'm gonna catch up.
You were fighting the Minotaur in the hallway. Blam was fighting the elf in the kitchen.
I thought
You've
I was
been-
in the kitchen fighting. I'll chase the elf.
You've
Whatever.
been dealing.
Wherever I was,
You've been
I'm
dealing with
chasing
the
the elf.
Minotaur and in the kitchen. You were unaware that the elf even started running. Blam was the only one that was focused on that. You may not have even seen the elf, actually, now that we think about this. You were battling the chef, and then you were dealing with the Minotaur.
I thought
The
it
elf
told me.
appeared
Yeah, I thought we
afterwards
were in
after
the
Blam.
Confusion. Anyways, I'm gonna just go collect those horns from that Minotaur, I guess. I'm mad.
All right.
I just bite him and then I rip off his horn
All right.
and I just yell into the oblivion. That's the sound that everyone is trained to hear from me.
Yeah.
So if you've ever watched that episode of Billy and Mandy when they were messing with Billy with the clowns and he finally broke and he just started yelling gibberish and all his teeth clicked together, that's what you hear. He's like,
Blip's got a horn.
It's amazing. It's amazing
He
how
did
well
it.
you know each other at the end of this, by the way.
You got a hunting reward?
Somebody's
All
gonna
right,
get some new
Sweet
jewelry.
G, Kyo, you have the pups free.
Which one looks the most mischievous?
Which one calls out to you? What does it look like?
It's purple on the its fur is purple. I don't know what a warg looks like,
Alright.
or anything about them. So to me, it looks like a purple puppy with purple puppy eyes.
Of course.
And I hold out my hand to it and I say, "Bless your heart. Are you Bartholomew? Are you the one?"
He does a bit of a yap and he just buries his face into your hand.
And I scoop him up and put him on my shoulder.
All right. The house is now half engulfed at this point.
Great. Excellent.
I'm gonna turn to Q and say, "And are you gonna pick yours?"
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till everyone else gets here first.
No. I mean, really, I should have waited, but you know me, I like purple things. You should pick yours now.
Okay. And Q is gonna, I guess, dispel the disguise and become regular Goblin Q again. And, he's gonna start to, like, hum a little song. And just, his intention is that whichever of the wargs can handle this song, is gonna be the one for him. And I imagine that the one that does is probably a little bit on the smaller side, a little bit more on the frail side, probably the easiest one to catch out of the bunch. But all the other ones just kind of shy away because they're like, "Oh, this isn't my brand of music." But this one just kind of like inches forward a little bit, and Q is gonna move the drum in front of it and just kind of do like and then wait to see, hopefully, if it responds.
I'm gonna say yes. There's definitely this little paws sort of latch up onto this drum skin, and there's just a kind of a slapping.
This is the one for me.
And I'm gonna go, "What in tarnation, nation, to hopefully like get the
one of the spires crumbles. Say about only 70% of this building is still standing.
I'm definitely gonna scuttle right on over.
Crash through the wall. Before you said that, I just crashed through the wall. Kool-Aid Man style. With one with the horn, the gnome chef, and then because I went looking for Blam, but Blam scuttled away. I found the elf's hand with the knives, grabbed those, and just crashed through the wall.
He has his hand. He just dropped the knives.
Or he dropped it. I thought his hand was cut off. His hand was cut off.
No.
I grabbed the knives, and I crashed through the wall. Just, and then I see
I come in on the sidewall.
Then I see the warg puppies, and then the biggest one that's there, I just see it, and like I headbutt it, and you just hear this sickening. I just walk up to it, look at it, we stare at each other for like 5 seconds, saying nothing, doing nothing, and then I just headbutt it, and you just hear this sickening crunch, and I was like, yeah, you're the one, Blam.
Yeah, so I
The sickening crunch concerns me slightly. Blam, what do you got?
it's okay, dog skull's real thick.
Super.
So I'll scuttle down And when I see them, I want to find not necessarily the smallest, but the scraggliest. And like this, like the puppy has crazy eyes. You know, it's the one in the lot that everyone else is avoiding. Uh, and so I'll like scuttle over, and we'll like do 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 at each other for a second, and then like after a moment of just kind of like panting at each other, we just like skitter closer and just like, and then
It rolls along with you. I'm gonna say it has like the David Bowie eyes, where the one of the irises just is always dilated.
yeah. Yeah, we just kind of like scuttle at each other, and then I like I will rise on 2 feet. I hate it, but I will. And like we'll just like scoop it and sit it on my hair.
Very nice. It finds a nice resting spot in between all the twigs and branches so it can sort of brace itself at the ready.
I name you Throat Kick.
Mind Goblin, the mastermind behind this all, the glorious leader who led this assault.
Oh my god.
What puppy is left waiting for you?
I guess the only one left. I mean, I'm gonna.
That is
take out-
accurate. What does your puppy look like?
I'm gonna take out the beef jerky out of my backpack. All works like beef jerky, so I was always gonna find one. And it's probably just hanging out in the corner, acting too cool to be selected. And it's like, whatever, I was picked last. I don't even care. I didn't want to go with them, so I like give it the piece of beef jerky and I give it some head scratches. I'll turn my backpack around to my front and like pierce 2 holes in the bottom of it with my dagger, and then just like put my warg in it like a little baby holder with its like feet sticking out of the bottom, so it can, and maybe like a hole in the back for its tail.
Of course.
And so I'm just like scratching it.
That's amazing.
I wish
I'm
this was
hanging.
real now.
I'm hanging off the side of mine. Like I'm just gripping the side of it and he's just walking around. And I walk up to Blam and I name him Throat. You said Throat Kick.
Throat Kick.
Silly sister. And I just tap the side. Throat Punch. Better name. Stronger. And I'm just literally hanging. I'm just on the side of him.
You feel this is the very proper time to make your exit as you achieved your goal.
Very quickly.
And the other 2/3 of this building have now collapsed, and smoke and fire is just illuminating and choking at the sky at the same time.
And on the way home, when we're back home, I present to Sweet G a necklace with the horn, the mental horn as a pendant, and then to Mind Goblin gets a glove from I took the gnome's hand and kind of hollowed it out and put the knives, attached the knives to it. So I made kind of a Wolverine glove for Mind Goblin.
I love it.
You're just too kind, Blip. Thank you so much. I'm gonna cherish this
but-
forever.
High
Pa,
five.
Pa always says to take care of your friends and be kind.
I've never heard that man say a damn word in my life, but
You just gotta listen closely. That's all.
As you
Okay.
return to the village, proudly displaying your wargs and ready to tell the tale, you can't help but notice in one of the distant huts, with arms crossed, looking stoically out, is Shit. Proudly. I'm gonna say at the same time, back at the wreckage of the mansion, a tall figure looks over the ash and readies a giant crossbow over her shoulder. Begins to search the ground for tracks. And that is where we will end this for tonight.
heck,
Oh, that was utter madness.
oh my glob.
That's amazing.
Thank you all. Let's go around and tell the people who we are and where they can find us. Nix, would you like to start?
Sure. I forgot my actual voice. I'm Nix. You can find me on the app formerly known as Twitter Mostly kind of as Nyx underscore, I think it's rights, with a
Isn't
W,
it?
not
Yeah, it's
like
right.
ritual. And you can find me on Twitch, possibly under the same name, and Instagram. And yeah, find me, please. I seem to be lost.
Goodness, but please.
I'm gonna send this over to Matt.
Thank you. I'm Matt. You can find me everywhere as Improv and RPG. Thank you so much. This has been amazing. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna popcorn it over to Wowzers.
Hi, that's me. I'm Wowzers. Go to my Twitter and look at my pinned tweet, and that is where everything I do is. So it's all nicely there for you, so I don't have to say a bunch of words. I'll send it to Sid.
Hey, Sid. If you're lost, then you can be found. You can find
So
me.
Jesus thing.
Yep, yep. Paul has tons of sayings, and he keeps them coming. You can find me on the socials at _ Sundance Sid on just about wherever I am. Also, you can just find me on Twitter. Click that link in the bio, and then it has stuff. And also come find me. I'm not lost, but find me anyway. I might have a quest for you. And I'll toss it on over to Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, Jess.
You're actually tossing it to Bran.
I tossed it to Bran. I don't know what you're talking about.
Here come find me. Here come find me was very threatening. Come find me if you're ready. Hello, I have been your Bran. You can find me on Fang Gang podcast where I vamp it up with Jess. It is delightful. It is spooky. It is insanity as well. When I'm not having fun with that, I am running Spirit of the Wild's candles. All natural, clean burning, all awesome. We're working on some new Halloween scents and styles. Behold, lovely, lovely, nice aged skull look.
Oh,
This
that's
is
so cool.
the Waking the Dead. It is a caramel creme, vanilla, and coffee.
Ooh.
So check out Spirit of the Wilds if you would. Now can we pass it on to a Jess?
Yes. Hi, friends.
Yeah.
I'm Jess. You can find me
End on
on
the high
most... You can, not yet. You can catch me on all places on the internet at Just the Human. That's just with one S. I do monthly charity TTRPG streams. My next is going to be right here on this channel on August 14th. At 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be for ACLU, and it's going to be a Powered by the Apocalypse game where we play as familiars. It should be a really fun time. Just want to say thank you to Bran and all the players. This was so much fun. I really appreciate y'all coming on, and I appreciate all of the viewers coming in too. Anyway, if you stick around, we are going to raid into D20 Deathmatch. Thanks again, and see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.